This is a true story of a boy growing up in poverty, making hard choices at a young age, and learning powerful life lessons. If you come from a difficult background, this story is for you. I was born in 1984 in Marmene, Laikipia County, Kenya. I am the second last born in a family of 9 children, 6 brothers and 3 sisters. We were many mouths to feed, many dreams to protect, and only one parent to carry the weight of it all. My mother was a single mother. From the day I was born, I never experienced fatherhood. There was no man to guide us, to protect us, or to share the burden. Everything rested on my mother's shoulders alone. Raising 9 children by herself was not just difficult, it was heartbreaking. My mother had to be everything at once: a provider, a protector, a teacher, a nurse, and a source of hope. Many nights she slept hungry so that we could eat. Many days she smiled in front of us while hiding pain, exhaustion, and fear inside her heart. At that time, my mother worked as a nursery school teacher. ECD. The pay was very little, but she held on to that job like a lifeline. Every morning, before the sun rose, she prepared herself and us for the day. Even when she was tired, she never complained. She believed education was the only way her children could escape poverty. I was still very young, but responsibility came early in my life. Every morning, I walked with my mother to school, carrying my younger brother on my back. While other children were being carried, I was already learning what sacrifice meant. That walk symbolized my childhood: short steps, heavy load. As time went on, life became harder. The pressure of raising 9 children alone became too much for my mother to bear. She reached a point where love was no longer enough. Poverty was winning. With a broken heart, she made one of the most painful decisions a mother can ever make. When I was about 2 years old, my mother gave me to my aunt in Eldoret to be raised. Not because she didn't love me, but because she loved me too much to watch me suffer. Poverty forced her to separate from her own child so that I could survive. I cannot imagine the pain she carried when she let me go. A mother watching her child leave, knowing she may not be there to see his first steps or hear his first full words. That decision broke her, but it also saved me. In Eldoret, I grew up helping my aunt with chores. I took care of hens and cows, learned discipline, and understood the value of hard work at a very young age. But even as a child, something was missing: my mother. One day, my mother came to Eldoret with my grandfather. They were traveling from Lodwar to visit my uncle. When I saw her again, I didn't understand the sacrifice she had made, but I felt her love instantly. After that visit, I returned home with them. A few years later, another challenge came. The government displaced people living in the forest. We were forced to move again. Fortunately, my grandmother had earlier given my mother a small piece of land in Demudin, Laikipia. That land was dry, harsh, and unforgiving. There was little rain, wild animals roamed freely, and survival was uncertain. But my mother did not give up. She transferred her teaching job to Marango Primary School, determined to keep her children alive and in school. In 1990, we settled in Demudin. We had no wealth, no comfort, and no guarantees. But we had one thing that kept us going: hope. And at the center of that hope stood a single mother who refused to surrender, no matter how heavy life became. This is a true story of survival. If this episode touched you, please like, subscribe, and share. Episode 2 is coming soon.